cold to change out here. Dang, I'm late for Mom's rally.
Subway card, check. You got the house key?
Yeah, I got it.
Come on! We're gonna be late! Hey! Dude, I am so filling your suit with snow. Are you still wearing your suit?
Yeah, you know, just in case.
It's gonna be fine. See, this is my favorite part of living in Harlem. Pop-up street fair, best food in the city, awesome music.
Man, this would be great for the last beat I was working on. I should get back into mixing.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Any Japanese host between now and January 1st.
What do you think about Rio Morales? You gonna vote for her?
It's still hard to think of Mom as a politician. She's been a teacher my whole life.
Similar skill sets, right? Corralling people, educating them, making sure they don't throw things at each other.
Hi, I'm Brian Horton, Creative Director at Insomniac Games. We're excited to show you this first look at gameplay from Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Our story picks up 1 year after the events of the first game, and we find Miles' new home, Harlem, is in danger. Trouble brews while Miles' mom, Rio Morales, leads an election rally. A war between the devious energy corporation Roxxon and the Underground, a high-tech criminal army led by the Tinkerer, starts to break out. In this gameplay sequence, captured on PlayStation 5 hardware, the Underground attacks Roxxon, sending the rally into chaos in a fight that spills onto the Braithwaite Bridge, where the Underground tries to steal Roxxon's experimental energy source, Newform. Let's take a look.
Go, go, go! Stop! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Let's not shoot each other, all right?
We're after the new form. Ignore everything else. Get rid of him. Then grab as much as you can carry. Keep him busy.
That bridge is coming down! I have to stop this! People are trapped over there! I have to push past these guys! Where is he? They'll kill you! Don't let him shot you! Help! Help! No! got an idea. I need something they can cross. No! I can stop this! Just a little closer!
Welcome back everyone, it's Charlie. This is going to be my new Spider-Man PS5 Miles Morales trailer video. Hopefully if you tried to pre-order a PlayStation 5 yesterday, you were successful. It was a bit of a nightmare. But I will be giving away copies of the game once they actually release it. It'll be coming out pretty soon. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave your favorite Spider-Man game on the video. But in this trailer, they explain everything about what's going on with the villains of the game. They've already explained where this game fits in the timeline and how it's related to Spider-Man PS4 and what the actual sequel, the Spider-Man PS5, will wind up being. So just to be clear, even though this is the very first Spider-Man PS5 game that they're releasing, it's actually built on the technology from Spider-Man PS4, but it's just sort of like up-resed for HDR and PS5 hardware. It's not meant to be the full-blown direct sequel to Spider-Man PS4, it's more of a sidequel, like a side adventure with Miles Morales, so Peter Parker is still okay, he hasn't died or anything like that. There will be a true Spider-Man PS5 sequel to Spider-Man PS4. We don't know when that's going to be released, sometime in the next couple of years, but they're working on that right now. They did remaster Spider-Man PS4 for the PS5, and they'll include a free copy of that on the Miles Morales game. So if you buy that, you get the free upgraded version of Spider-Man PS4. But as you can see, it's been at least 6 months since the end of Spider-Man PS4. He's moved to Harlem. You see all the Christmas paraphernalia all over the place, the Christmas trees. You see the snow in the air, so obviously this is at the end of the year around Christmas time. Genki seems like a much bigger character during this game than he was during the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie, but I think a lot of his scenes were actually cut from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, so he might be a bigger character during the sequel. Clearly he's been Spider-Man for a while now, he's got the black suit, and Genki has learned his secret identity because he jokes about him wearing his suit underneath his clothes to his mother's rally, like, oh, I'm just wearing it just in case. You notice the Spider-Man Peter Parker mural on the building in the background as they start to walk into the street fair. You see a bunch of ads for the in-universe soda brand from Spider-Man PS4, the Swilco soda. You notice that his mom is running on an anti-Roxxon campaign, so they're kind of positioning Roxxon as sort of the evil corporate overlords like you would think of Oscorp during the regular Spider-Man PS4 game. They're a pretty evil company in the comics, but not quite as infamous as companies like Oscorp, and they're not quite as big just in terms of capitalization as like Stark Industries or other really big Marvel companies. The other funny thing about this too is that I actually used to live near this area in Harlem where this game is taking place back in the late 2000s when I was still living in New York City. My entire apartment was small enough to fit inside what looks like Miles Morales' bedroom. As they walk through the street fair though, you notice more booths for the Feast Shelter from Spider-Man PS4, so it seems like they'll just continue to be part of the story heading into Spider-Man PS5. Then the devs sort of set up the scenario here and who the villains on both sides are. So they're sort of positioning the Tinker and his underground group of vigilantes as villains, but also Roxxon are the villains, and Miles Morales is caught in the middle trying to minimize collateral damage. If you're not a big comic book reader, the ultimate version of the Tinkerer actually used to be a Roxxon employee, so that's probably why the Tinkerer is going after Roxxon in this game. The fact that they're using the purple energy to distinguish the Tinker's men from the Roxxon men also seems like a bit of an Easter egg for Spider-Man Homecoming in that version of the Tinkerer and the Vulture, who were repurposing the Chitauri tech with purple energy into weapons for the black market. They try to steal Roxxon's energy source, which the Tinkerer probably worked on at some point if they're a former Roxxon employee. You can kind of see the scenario there, where he probably got fired from Roxxon and that's why he hates them so much. Miles Morales gives them the ultimate clapback with his Venom ability, and you actually get a good look at how his combos stack together in combat. The soundtrack is pretty cool too. I've never seen such continuous use of Venom in any kind of Miles Morales fight scene, so I'm interested to see how they implement this during Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2. The Venom sting ability in that is blue, so it just looks a little bit different. It seems like most of his fight scenes during Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2 will feel a little bit more like this. More combo moves, more advanced, more creative use of Venom stings. He tries to web up the pieces of the bridge as it starts collapsing, which feels like another Easter egg and a wink at the fairy save from Spider-Man Homecoming. It's the same outcome. The webbing is super strong, but it only slows the inevitable collapse, just long enough for him to save those people. But what'll happen is when we get a little bit closer to the game coming out, I'll start doing some giveaways for copies of the actual game. So as long as you have alerts enabled for my channel, you should see all those videos when I post them. I'll just do those in my Marvel videos. And good luck to all of you who are still trying to score a PlayStation 5. I've already done a bunch of videos about Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2. You can click here for the teaser trailer for that, and you can click here for the brand new trailer for The Mandalorian Season 2. New episodes starting in a couple weeks. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone stay safe. I'll see you guys tonight.